Hello friends, this video on respiration in organisms part 20 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Let's now talk about some insect, because I told you that in insects they have a tracheal system. They have a system of air tubes through which they undergo respiration. So that sounded interesting. So let us have a look at the tracheal system in more detail. So we have picked up cockroach in this case because I think you must be familiar with cockroach. They are generally black or brown in color, and they are very commonly seen in your houses, in your neighborhood. So I am sure all of you know how a cockroach is. So it is mostly it lives on damp places wherever there is water. So it generally tends to grow and live there. If you talk about its food, it is omnivorous. It eats both food grains as well as cereals and other small insects. So it eats both plant products as well as other animals. So it's like omnivorous. And omnivorous are those animals which eat both plants as well as other animals. So they can actually consume any organic matter. So now how do you think? So cockroach, you can consider them as a terrestrial organism. So let's see, how do they respire? So their respiratory system is something little different and also interesting. So they have a network of trachea. We all know what is trachea. Trachea is nothing but the windpipe. It is a tubular structure which helps to conduct the air. So this cockroach, being terrestrial, it takes oxygen from the air which is present in its surroundings. So it needs trachea. So instead of having just one trachea, cockroach, they have, not only cockroach, the insects, they have a network of trachea, and this network of trachea is termed as the tracheal system in insects. So a lot of tubes, and all these tubes together form a network. So as you can see in this picture, you see a lot of structures which are present and they are all connected to each other. So in this picture, you can actually see the network of a lot of trachea together. So let us talk about how each trachea works here, or how each particular section of trachea works. So again, it has different parts. One important part is a spiracle. So these are small holes which are present on the lateral surface of the body. So towards this side of the body, you can see a lot of holes which are present. These are called spiracles. So let us look at the structure of one particular trachea. So let's say this is a tube-like structure which is a trachea. So towards one end of the trachea you have an opening, and this openings, they open to the outside air. Like how we have nostrils, similarly they have spiracles. So these are spiracles and they open to the air. So they take in air and then this air reaches the trachea. Okay, so trachea are tube-like structures that open through spiracles. So this is trachea, which is a tube-like structure. So this trachea, its job is to carry oxygen from air to other body parts. So the air which comes inside the body of the cockroach through the opening spiracle, then it passes through these tube-like structures called trachea. And this trachea further divides into branches called tracheoles. So you see here, like this, it will branch out into tracheoles, and these are the places where gaseous exchange will take place, because these tracheoles, they have network of the fluid which flows through the body of the insects. Like in case of insects, you have hemolymph. Like how we have blood, similarly they have hemolymph. So those fluids have their connections with the tracheoles, and that is why exchange of gases takes place at the tracheoles. Now the concept is quite similar to what happens in human beings. We have lungs, we also have trachea, we have nostrils, and we have alveoli. So the way we have nostrils, they have spiracles, which is the opening. We have trachea, they also have trachea. We have bronchi, bronchioles, and alveoli, they have tracheoles. So for us, the exchange of gases take place at alveoli. For them, the exchange of gases takes place at the tracheoles. So these are the tracheoles. So that's how this entire thing happens. Now these spiracles, they are like small holes, but these opening and closing of these holes are regulated by a muscular sphincter, which controls its opening and closing, which is present here. So when it closes, then no air comes in. When it opens, then air comes in. So this is how the process of respiration takes place in case of cockroach and other insects. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more educational videos with a better experience. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you once again.